Okay, so here we have this Audi Q5. It's pretty pushed in down here. You can see a quarter panel. It's banjaxed. But we're gonna give it a pull today and see how it looks after it. Now pull number 2. I just pulled here. So we're gonna pull this area. Okay, what I'm looking to get now is this gap. Nice. I'm just gonna give it a pull now. So I'll just pull out that arch, the flare mark along there, body line, and it should be nice. Okay, what I'm looking to get now is this gap. Nice. I'm just going to give it a pull now. Yeah, it's getting there. So I'll just pull out that arch, the flare mark along there, body line, and it should be nice. Okay, so I've got this edge out. What I want to do is I want to concentrate on this edge and then this body line. So I'm just going to sand it off a little bit and put some wiggle wire keys there on the side. Okay, so here I'm going to use weld-on keys to get these 2 body lines out along the arch. So I'm going to start welding keys along the bottom line here, and then I'll weld keys on the top line. So I'll just speed it up, just not to bore you for too long. I'll show you what we have here. 2 lines. I'm going to do the bottom one first and then the top one. Give it a now pull. So here I'm just putting the rod through the keys, and then we have a pulling clamp. I think it's called the bear claw pulling clamp. I'll be able to put that then through the keys, grip onto the rod, be able to pull that panel out, which you'll see now in a few minutes. It can also get a bit tricky putting this rod through, because as you can see, the rod is nice and straight, but the keys are at an angle like an arch. So you kind of have to just take your time and just push it through with a bit of force, but you'll get there. So here I'm just hammering down a high ridge that was just below the arch line. So while the pressure is being held there, I'll just tap that area down, which will release pressure and help draw out that body line. Also needs a little pull here. Get this top section done first. So yeah, like I just said there, I'm just going to put the rod through the top section now, and then I'm going to give that a pull out as well. And then I have to go back down to the bottom, forward, and I have to give the forward part near the door another tug out as well. That's the trick about doing this, is just do loads of little gradual pulls. You don't want to just go on straight in there and give it a big massive pull. Just do gradually and it'll all come out nice and easy. Okay, top section, here we go. Now I have good access here, so while there's tension on it, you can see there I just pulled the rest of that out with my hand. I'm going to flip and dolly this, get it out as much as I can. Let me see. need a tripod. I'll give this a little pull over the far side. What I'm gonna have to do here is, there's a crease along here just above where I put the keys on. I'm gonna have to sand the paint off there while I have tension on it. I'm gonna have to pull it out while the tension's on it. Then when it's all out, then I'll release it. Then it'll kind of go back to where it is. So I'll take the paint off and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so now that the paint is off, I'm just using the dent puller now. And like I said, I'm just going to get them low areas out while there's tension on that pull where the keys are. And then when I get it all out where I need it to be, I'll release the tension. So like I said before, just gradual little pulls. I'm moving the pulling clamp back now towards the back of the car. I'm just going to give it another little tug as well. And then you can see it popping there. Then I'll get the dent puller in there and get a few more low areas out. So now after doing that pull, I just noticed that I have a bit of a high ridge just at the back of the quarter panel where the last key is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it up again, just give it a little pull and hammer down that high spot. So now I've removed all the keys because I have the flare body lines out where I need them. What I'm going to use here is my dolly and my flip, or some people call it slapper. I'm just going to get some low areas out here, and that will also tighten up the panel, give it a bit more strength, and we'll go from there. If if anyone's never used this technique, like I said, you just have your dolly in behind, and you find where your dolly is, where your high point of your dolly is. You'll know by the sound. It's a lot more of a solid sound. Once you find that area, then just slap down on your slapper while putting pressure from in behind outwards, and it will draw that panel out. So here, just notice a few little high areas, so just get your flat dolly in behind, give it a light tap down. Jeez, there's a lot of tapping in fairness. If no one's ever used this technique, I strongly recommend it. It's pretty quick to do, gets great results fast, and it doesn't damage the backside of the panel. Now, as you can see there, the panel is weak, but with this simple method there of the flip and dolly, you can strengthen the panel up, like I says, fast and easy with great results. Came out well, just have a bit along the door here. When I get that edge out, but taking shape. See a bit more dressing up. Getting there. Okay, so after all that pulling with the jig, I just noticed a little bit of an area line in just along the back of the arch, and then just where the gap meets the door. You see the vertical keys there? I just have a bit of an issue there, so I'm just going to use the bridge puller just to get that out nice and quickly, just to get it 100%. Got all the arch out. It's all nice and flush. Still a lot of work to do. I'm going to take the paint off here, dress it up a bit more, paint all off along here, up here, and start getting this closer to Bondo stage. But still a lot of metal work to do. Getting there. Remember, you could fit your hand through there. You know, it's a nice gap. So get this straight. Be trying on the flare, trying on the rear bumper, trying in the petrol flap. I still have to get this piece out here. I'm gonna weld a few keys along here. Bit of a high ridge up here. See, it's lying in there. Well, yeah, it's getting there. Hey guys, okay, so thanks for watching that video. That's all with that one. It's going to be part 1. I'm going to do a part 2, which is going to be a little bit more lighter pulling, not as heavy as what you just seen. I don't want to make the videos too long because then they start getting a bit boring. I'll probably put the next video up probably Tuesday, Wednesday, just to do a bit more editing on that side of things. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments. Make sure you like the video, and hopefully make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I just got a babysitter, so I'm going out now for a gargle. So hope you have a good weekend. See you later.